Hello, so this is my vlog too, and today I'm getting ready for an art show next week, and I'm putting these two paintings in. Um, Now these are commissioned work, so sometimes I ask for artwork back from my clients, and I just borrow it for the show, but I do have to get these ready for the show. I have to varnish them, so when I do an oil painting for a client, I have to wait 6 months. I give it to them, but then I ask for it 6 months back to varnish it because the oil paint has to cure over 6 months, approximately 6 months. Maybe sooner if you paint thinly. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that. But in the meantime, the art show, and give you information for that if you are local, it is in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania, and it is, let's see, May 13th through May 16th. I'll put the hours in the post if you're interested in that, but it's called the 69th Annual Clothesline Art Exhibit. So it's open to all local artists. But I'm going to go ahead and show you how I varnish my painting. Okay, so I took them out of the frames and I'm ready to varnish. So what you want to do first is I grabbed a damp, wet cloth and I just went ahead and wiped it down, both paintings, to get any dust off, because you don't want that dust sticking to the varnish. And then my favorite is the Satin Gamvar varnish by Gamblin. Satin, they have satin, gloss, and matte. So satin is my favorite because it's not too shiny, but there's a little bit of a sheen. The varnish is nice because what happens to your painting, the darks in your paintings, sometimes they do what's called sink. They kind of sink into the canvas. And what that means is basically they become matte and they're not as dark, and so the varnish will actually bring out the darkness and the colors. So the vibrancy of the colors will become more vibrant once you put varnish on. So I put 2 coats on. I'll put the first coat on and then I will let that dry for a day and then put the second coat on. So I keep my varnish brushes in a bag, and that prevents dust from building up in the brushes. But a lot of times what I'll do is I'll take the brush and I'll just kind of flick it a little bit just to let any dust fall out. All right, so I'm going to start with, so for my client, they wanted a painting of the Cocker Spaniel and a parrot. So I'm going to go ahead and just drip a little bit on here. Oops, there's some dirt on there. And you just want to do long, broad strokes. I do get down kind of low so I can see if I missed any spots, see if there's, because you can kind of see with the reflection of the light if you missed anything. So the first coat, I'll go one direction, and then the second coat, once this dries, I'll go the opposite direction. And what varnishing does is it protects the painting over time. It also allows you to be able to clean your painting. You know, you can dust it when it's in the frame. All right, so I just want to make sure I got it all. I want to make sure it's even. And I'm just checking for any dirt or dust or hairs that might have got stuck in the painting, in the varnish. Okay, so we'll let that dry and then I'll varnish it again in about 24 hours. Okay, so I still have the first coat on and I'm waiting. It's starting to dry a little bit, but what I'm doing is there's little little bit of dust and fuzzies, which drive me crazy, or hair. So I'm grabbing just like an old little brush, and you can actually pull off some of those, some of the hair or any dust that you find, and it works pretty well. So you want to do this now before it dries, and especially on light paint, you're going to see the dirt more.